Math expressions, homework 3-12. We are in Unit 3, Lesson 12. Let's look at some of these review problems that ask us to solve numbers 1 through 12. So looking at number 1, we are multiplying a whole number of 5 by the unit fraction 1/3. Okay? Very familiar for us. This is what we've been working on for some time now. We know every whole number has a 1 under it, so if you want to look at it that way you can, or you can just imagine that that 1's there. Because 5 divided by 1 is 5, so we can always assume there's a 1 there. So with multiplying, now we have 5 over 1 times 1/3. And this is what we like. We can multiply straight across. 5 times 1, well, we have 5. 1 times 3 is 3. There's our answer. Okay? You can leave it as an improper, you can turn it into a mixed number. Either way is acceptable for number 1. Let's go on to number 2. Number 2, we are looking at the same numbers. 5 and 1/3. But notice now we are dividing. So what is that going to change when we are looking at our quotient, which is the answer to division? Do we think it's going to be bigger than 5/3 like number 1? Or is it going to be less than 5/3? Well, let's see. We have 5. And we need to take the inverse of division, which is multiplication. So that's that little dot there. That's our multiplication sign. And then we're going to take the reciprocal of 1/3, which is 3. And then we just multiply. Look at that. 15 is our answer for number 2. So is 15 bigger than number 1, 5/3? Absolutely. So when dividing a whole number by a unit fraction, you come out with a greater number. And when multiplying a whole number by a unit fraction, you come with a less number. Okay? Alright, let's look at number 13 on homework side. We first need to tell whether we needed to multiply or divide, and then we're going to solve it. So number 13 says a dime weighs 1/12 ounce. Okay? Jody has 1 pound or 16 ounces of dimes. About how many dimes does she have? Well, if we have 1/12 as the ounces for 1 dime, 12/12 would equal how many dimes? Well, that would equal then 12 dimes. Right? Okay. So, let's think of a solution. If we have 16 ounces, and we are going to divide those into 12ths, because 1 dime equals a 12th. We need to figure out how many dimes we have. So if we have 16 and we divide them up knowing that each one's a 12th, well, this really means 16 times 12, which is 192. So here's what we just did. We did 16, we had 16 ounces, and we divided it into 1/12, because that's how much each dime weighs. So if we divide it by the weight of the dimes, we'll get the total number of dimes, which is 192, down there. Okay? You also could have said, well, 12/12 is equal to 12 dimes. I have 1 ounce there. This is equal to 1 then. 12/12 is equal to 1. So if I need 16 of those. So 12 times 16 is 92. You could have thought of it that way too. But I wanted to see that you could show me the division. Okay, so make sure you have that division there. Follow this formula. 16 divided by 1/12 equals 16 times 12 because we're taking the opposite of division, which is multiplication, and then we're taking the reciprocal of 1/12, which is 12. And 16 times 12 is 192. Hopefully this is helpful. Continue to work on this. Get some help. If you need more videos, look them up online. I'm sure there's some more help out there. If you have any questions, send me an email. Our test is coming up very soon, so make sure you're practicing and understanding this material. Have a good night.